guys, hope you're all well. It's been about a month since I did my last video. Things have been very hectic. It's fast approaching the summer holidays, so there's going to be lots of kids running around and parents wondering what sort of things to do. So I thought today I'm going to do a video on how to make a drawstring bag. It's ever so quick and simple, and it's something nice that you can do with the children. Buy a few bits of material, it's very inexpensive, and it can take, you know, an hour or so, and it's something for the kids to do to pass the time away. So here goes. Okay, so I've shown you what you need. This is just some material. I've got it, the right sides are together. I've literally cut it 20 inches the longest way, and then along the bottom it's 18 inches. This gives a nice rectangular bag, and it's big enough to put flip-flops in or children's shoes. So what we'll do is we'll start off with sewing 3 of the edges. So the 2 sides and the bottom. You can actually cut the material in sort of like a long rectangular and fold it in half, but I didn't have enough material, so I've had to cut it in 2 rectangles. So I'm going to show you how to sew all 3 edges. Right, before you sew the edges, just remembered, you need to leave your little holes to sew the ribbon through. So what I usually do is I just measure 5 inches from the top, and I just put so it's 5 inches from the top, and I just draw a line there, so I know when I'm sewing, I sew up to there, and then I leave an inch gap, and then I continue sewing from the line to the bottom, and you do that on both sides. So 5 inches and 6 inches. Okay, so we've now got the material here, and we're going to sew just a running stitch up until the first line, which is the 5-inch mark. So you start off and do a back stitch, well, do a running stitch and then just do a little back stitch. So and then just do a running stitch at the first 5-inch mark. Okay, there we go. Okay, and now we've started from the second line. Okay, so do that all the way round, and then we can turn the bag the right side round. Okay, so I've stitched all 3 sides of the bag. You can use a zigzag stitch on the edge just to stop it fraying. It's totally up to you. This is obviously the wrong side, so when you turn it inside out you won't see it. So I'm not going to do it for this purpose, but usually I would generally do a running stitch. A zigzag stitch, it just stops everything fraying. So cut off all the loose ends, and then what I'll do is on the bottom of the bag, on the 2 bottom corners, I've just put my hand in, and I'd like to have it have the ends to sort of bend in, so it makes sort of like a triangle. So I'm literally just going to fold the corner like that and stitch across there. So when you turn the bag inside out, the corner of the bag on the bottom will have a nice bend, which I'll show you. So I'm just going to do this one, and I'll do the other side, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean. So literally all you do is you just do a running stitch straight across. I'll just turn it inside so you can see it, and then I'll do the other side. Just gives it a nice finish, like that. So you do that on both sides. Right, so we've sewn the bags and we've got our little open on both sides. So now we're going to do the top bit of the bag. So we're just going to fold it over and make sure the top of this bag is just below the opening of the side opening. So we want to fold it down so the top bit reaches about, it'll be 6.5 inches if you were measuring it. So we're just turning it over. And then it'll be on the same on both sides. You can pin it, but I've done quite a few of these, so I'll just quickly sew it. So you're literally just going to sew a running stitch just about 1/2 centimetre along the bottom. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so we've now sewn the top of the bag, it's flapped over. We're going to turn it the right way so you can see the bag is starting to take shape. You've got our little side holes for when we thread through the ribbon. So now I'm going to do another running stitch along the top, just so that when you do the drawstring ribbon, it's not moving around, it's going to stay put. So literally just going to do it at the top of where the opening is. So it is a big gap, but it just keeps it looking neat, and you'll see what I mean when I put the ribbon through. So start here. So I'm just going to do a running stitch all the way around. And it's just nice just to keep it very simple, because obviously you're doing it with children, and you just want to keep them interested. So okay, so the bag is now starting to take shape. It looks quite cute. It's got the nice ends. Just means when you stand it up it looks quite nice. And then you've got your 2 running stitches, and it all looks really quite neat. So now I've just got 2 bits of ribbon. How I've measured the ribbon, this bottom bit was 18 inches, so I made sure that it was 18 inches plus some extra, so that when the drawstring is opened you'll still have some ribbon left at the end. So what we do now is we're going to thread the ribbon through. So just put the safety pin through the ribbon, and then we are going to find our first hole and thread it through. Now we do this all the way round both sides of the bag. So we're just feeding it through. And then we'll, this is where it joins into the next bit. So feed it all the way round until we finish. Okay, so got that's all threaded through, so we get them level. When you're using ribbon you can burn the ends so it doesn't fray, but I'm going to knot it first and then cut it, so there won't be much problem with the fraying. So just tie it in a knot together. And then I'm just going to cut off the loose end there. So then we're going to, so there you've got one of your drawstrings. But so it works properly, we're going to now thread the other ribbon through the other way. So do the same again, but we're starting from this end. Put that through, and I'm going to do the same again, tie it in a knot. And then just cut off the stray edge. There we go. So there's your drawstring bag. You can decorate it with flowers or whatever you choose to do. I've done a few others here. All the same technique, and I've just added using the same material, different things on them, so they look quite cute. So there you go.